No?
I take offense to that.
Really? It's
I'm a
Christmas
dwarf.
time. Okay.
If you watch any Lord of the Rings movie.
He's calling you skinny. That's good.
Which is kind of crazy to say. In week 15, we have a signing.
Yeah, it seems like just a little bit about every week.
Yeah, right. Last week we did, which was crazy. The week before we did. Anyways, so McCole Hardman before Sunday's game was put on IR since we had already recorded our videos. We couldn't tell you guys. Looks like a knee injury, which should slate him back, get him some rest, slate him back for return around the week 18. Get him ready for the playoffs. Which honestly, at this point, we're 12-1 now. Like, let's get our guys some rest if we need it. Yep. Let's not force the issue. We need those guys in the playoffs. DJ Humphries started this week, and then subsequently left in the fourth quarter with a hamstring injury.
Jeez.
Now, I will say I think he did a little bit better in the second half. We'll talk about more of that later. But Wanye Morris came in, filled in for him. He set to get an MRI on his hamstring this week. I don't know if he got it yesterday or not. We're recording this Tuesday morning, but we don't have results from it yet. So we'll see what happens there. Another one, which is kind of a huge hit because he's been playing really well. Joshua Williams went out with what looked like to be a concussion. They started initially testing him for that. Turns out it was a chest injury. I'm not sure to what extent. I couldn't really find any updates on him. Andy Reid said he was feeling better, though, so we should see him back soon, in my opinion. Hopefully he can take some time. Maybe Najee Johnson gets a little hair in his butt to step it up a little bit.
Yeah, me too.
And Shamari Connor as well. It's also looking like Hollywood Brown is slated for return on Christmas Day.
That's
exciting. So we've been speculating about what week he'll return. So that's just 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
That's literally 2 weeks away. So really exciting.
Good news.
Great news to have another downfield threat. And realistically, that's what we needed this year, right?
Yep.
That was the guy we were going to build around this year to help train our young guys, So having him and D-Hop back together again.
Oh, man.
Just in a different color red, man.
Nice little duo.
Nice little duo. Kyler Murray had quite the season when they were together down there. So pretty excited. Big news this week. Huge news. Former Steelers, Eagles, Texans, and Chiefs cornerback Steven Nelson signed to the practice squad on Monday. He officially unretired.
Yeah.
To sign back with the practice squad on Monday. I'm not sure how I feel about this. While, bless you, we do need help at corner. Our help comes from a 31-year-old unretired defensive back that's been sitting on the couch since he retired, right? So Josiah and I had a little bit of a conversation about this.
He's coming off the shelf.
He's coming off the shelf.
Oh.
He's coming off the shelf. He told me I should be put on the shelf yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, you did.
Did I say you looked elf-like? No?
I take offense to that.
Really? It's
I'm
Christmas
a dwarf.
time. Okay.
If you watch any Lord of the Rings movie.
He's calling you skinny. That's good.
I'm
skinny,
a dwarf.
and you
skinny.
And
yo, only thing skinny about me
and you can
is nothing.
Okay,
anyways, so
we did talk about it.
We talked about him like coming off the couch. Josiah was like, yeah, but Kareem Hunt came off the couch as well. So I think other people
he was eating potato chips.
Yeah, I think other people would kind of have this opinion too. While Kareem Hunt was eating potato chips, he was also actively trying to get onto a roster at the time.
Yeah.
Steven Nelson was retired, not trying to go anywhere. Right, and he's like, I'll return for the right team or whatever. So he might have been working out, but he wasn't actively trying to gain a roster slot somewhere, which is a completely different workout. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I feel like it might be almost like a DJ Humphries thing where he might need a little bit to get back to game speed. He might get burned a few times before he kind of settles in.
And which I wish we could have gave Humphries like another week.
Yeah.
Just to get more of that.
I agree. That hamstring injury probably doesn't happen.
Yeah, just because of that. game speed and just more of the movement going on. But I mean, who knows? It
Who knows?
could have not happened, but
Right.
unfortunately, it did.
Yep, I agree with that. And now going into the draft era of the off season. So going into the draft season, I don't know. Going into the draft, Steven Nelson was ranked by PFF as the 9th best cornerback this offseason, behind Joshua Williams and Trent McDuffie at 7 and 8, respectively. Now, that was about a month before Steven Nelson decided to retire. But it's something to be interesting to see. There was a little bit of bad blood when Steven Nelson left the Chiefs back in 2018. That was also under Bob Sutton's defense, so that might have had a little bit to do with it. Steve Spagnuolo's defense, completely different, right?
And the way he leads, different things.
Different mindset. Bob Sutton was, I feel like, almost more old school with the kind of like Eric Bieniemy, where he's gonna be not your best friend and try to get onto you, right?
Did we have, and maybe you can check this out if you don't know off the top of your head, because I couldn't, or just the thought of it. Was Dave Merritt the cornerback coach when Bob Sutton was here? I feel like no.
I don't think he was.
But
if not, when Dave Merritt came onto the Chiefs.
And Dave Merritt now with, and what he's done in the quarterback room, again, some totally different dynamic and leadership and staffing that's there that brings a whole different outlook to it. So
100%. That big staffing change definitely had something to do with the mindset of the team.
Dave Merritt is in his 6th season.
Yeah, so he wasn't here.
Yep. Okay.
So his first season was 2019.
Yep. So
he came in with Steve Spagnuolo then. So Spags brought that Dave Merritt in.
Plus, you do have to remove, kind of the statement that he did make, at the end of his campaign here, broad statement around
negative view of Kansas City.
Yeah, and I think because of probably what he experienced, let's say business-wise with the team, obviously doesn't compare to putting that same statement as Kansas City itself. So we'll show some grace if you help us win.
Right. I mean, I think a big thing about Andy Reid and Brett Veach and Clark Hunt is, hey, we like to give second chances, and this is your chance to do so.
Bro, it's the year of the comebacks.
Yeah. It really is, man. It really is.
This is what, the third that we've had with the Smith-Schuster, Hunt, and now Steven Nelson?
No, you got Wright, the kicker.
Yep.
Right.
That's another.
Yep. Matthew Wright came back.
He was here.
Oh, he was here.
Yep.
Wow.
The brief little stint was at 22.
It was 22 when the season Bucker got hurt early in the
first
season.
Game against Arizona.
So,
wow.
So it's a year of comebacks, man.
Yeah.
For Chiefs players, and I'm not mad about it. Yeah. So far, every decision that has been made, yet to see with DJ Humphries, every signing this during the season has been a really good one. Not just a good one. No, it's been a great. Every signing has been great. And
what I appreciate is that the front office staff is looking at and trying to improve where we can.
Right.
Where last year, just the receiver room so horrible, we wasn't adding anybody. We didn't do anything about the trade deadline. We just wasn't doing anything. Mm-hmm. And you kind of was like, where are they? Why aren't they looking to give help in these areas? I mean, it just panned out that even through what we face in regular season, we go in the postseason and win the Super Bowl. But I love the fact that they're trying to. They understand the goal at hand, at longevity for this season and getting there, and they're trying to do what they can. I mean, we've added tight ends, defensive linemen, receivers, now cornerbacks. They're looking running backs. I mean, the only place we haven't is quarterback. The offensive line. So they're trying to add wherever we can that we see those deficiencies, and so that's what I appreciate of what they're doing. Even with the little money we have, They're making some things just to try to help get better, and
And I think a lot of these guys are one to they'll come on for like minimums, just because they want to be a part of a winning culture.
Yep.
Right. Like Colin Saunders made a comment on Twitter saying, "If I wasn't a part of the Chiefs, I wouldn't believe this either." But he was a part of the culture, so he understands that we just win. We're prepared to win. We do everything we can to win. So it's great to see the front office really selling out for this year.